So I've been complained to that the previous videos were a little bit over-complicated. This one will be a little bit less complicated. Hopefully. Welcome to the Late Parsha Show, Parsha Snayach. Welcome to the Late Parsha Show, Parsha Snayach. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Late Parsha Show. Get on with it already, dude. This week's Parsha is named after its central character, Noach. That's the name. Noah is the guy that built the ark. Noah and the ark. And I don't know how the rest of the song goes. And God said that he is going to bring a flood upon the world and destroy humanity and the animal kingdom and all, like the world. But God wasn't interested in starting all over, right? So he tells Noah, save some people, save some plants, save the animals, and then, when I'm done letting my rage flow, I'll let you guys out and you'll populate the earth again. No, Noah was really deserving of being saved, and in fact, he was even God's inspiration for not destroying the entire humanity. God saw that despite all the craziness he placed in this world, if one really sets their mind to it, they can walk in a straight path with God. That was Noah, and that's why God gave him the gift and the merit of repopulating the earth. And believe it or not, the only animals that he saved were the ones that were also worthy of being saved.
That's actually when I believe the dinosaurs became extinct, but that's just my personal thought. I'm not actually so sure about that, so something worth doing research on. But if you're going to ask Wikipedia, also make sure to ask your local rabbi, and also make sure your local rabbi knows what he's talking about.
The flood was rain pouring down from above and water gushing out from inside of the ground. Probably was not fun to be in. I mean, you think they had bathing suits? Yo, this flood is like... Yeah, it wasn't fun. No. The point is, the flood actually has relevance today. Oh, really? In what way? Wow, making Dr. Seuss jokes. I'll tell you in what way. Sometimes in our own life we have a flood. Sometimes we have a flood in our own life. Sometimes in our own life we have a flood. A flood of worry, a flood of problems, a flood of doubts. So to save us from the flood, God says, go into the ark. The word for ark in Hebrew is teva, which also means word. Word. Go into the ark. If instead of allowing ourselves to, God forbid, drown in the troubles of life, we heed God's call and enter the words of prayer, enter the words of Torah, immerse yourself in these words. These are the words that you should drown yourself in. Through the words of Torah and the words of prayer, we will be saved from the troubles and the raging waters of the flood. And not because it's an escape from reality. In fact, God eventually tells Noah to leave the ark. This is also symbolic of God telling us, don't just jump into the Torah and use it to escape reality. Don't just pray and pray and pray and pray and don't do anything. God wants us in the world. But it's only through the words of Torah and of prayer that when we do leave the ark, when we do leave these words and go out into the world and go out into the flood, we will realize that they're not raging waters of a flood. It is rather a downfall and outpour of God's blessing. Tzion timale, Tzion timale, Sham nashir shircha nashuv no na'aleh.